Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you for tuning back to my channel. Follow me on all my social media platforms below and maybe right here, wherever I put it. This video is going to be informative, yet I'm going to try to keep it short and concise. But it's over a brand called The Ordinary. I don't know if a lot of people know of this company or is familiar with this type of packaging. They have really affordable products and it's very concentrated. It's not mixed with a whole bunch of other things to dilute what you're trying to fix. It's simply like what it is. So I'll show you what I have in my box. I had a whole bunch of things in my cart, but I was like, you know, we ain't got the subscribers yet. And so I had to put some stuff back, but they have a lot of things that you can choose from. The way I did it was I pretty much was looking at my face and I was trying to see, okay, what do I want to cure or treat? And I kind of just went on their website. The website is simple, but then once you start going into the actual tabs, it can kind of get really confusing just because they do give you a thorough breakdown of each and every item, how to use it, what it's going to fix, and it's pretty cool. So this video may not be for the one-step skincare person or the 1-2-step skincare person, because even maybe 3 steps is probably asking too much. So this is probably for the skincare junkies like myself out there that look at my channel. And also if you just want one thing to buy, then you know, just if you want to just add that one thing into your either your makeup or your skincare, then you can just buy that one thing. But I definitely kind of went ham and bought as many things as I could afford at the time, and I definitely use it all. So I'll show you how I use the things that I bought. I have a couple of other satellite products that I'm gonna like prep my face first before I go into my review, and then yeah, I just review everything for you or kind of demo it out. Before I start my video, I wanted to give a shout out to Morehouse. I just watched the Homecoming video on, or the Homecoming movie on Netflix. And so she wore like a Morehouse shirt and it was all about HBCUs, and I'm not a big fan about it, but I did go to 2 prominent HBCUs, so I just wanted to give a big shout out to Beyonce representing us at Coachella, and it was great. She actually on that video, she talked. I'm actually gonna put the clip up because I don't want to, you know, misquote her.
In order for me to meet my goal, I'm limiting myself to no bread, no carbs, no sugar, no dairy, no meat, no fish, no alcohol. And I'm hungry.
But yeah, she talked about this diet that she went on while getting prepared for the Coachella performance. And I thought to myself, I think I can do that, but I wouldn't want to do it for too long because that's one thing. It's super healthy, like how she said, no sugars, no meat, no anything. So the other thing is like, well, what are you eating? You know, is it just fruit? Is it just nuts? Because some people are allergic to like nuts and things like that. So I don't know. That's something that kind of caught my eye as I was watching it. I was like, oh my God, I want to do that because I kind of want my body to look different too. I want my skin to look different. I want my skin to just be radiant at all times. And I think at this stage of life, I do believe that you are what you eat. And I want to change some of the things up in my diet as well. So anyway, let's get on to this video. I actually just went to the gym and I took a shower and I was like, okay, since I'm about to do this skincare, let me go ahead and just review it. First, I'm going to prep my skin. I just got the shower, like I said, so my skin, my pores are still open. It's a little damp. So I'm going to use this new Caudalie deep cleaning foaming wash. I've been using it for a while. I've been meaning to review the video and I just have not gotten around to it, so I'm glad I'm able to do it now because I am literally like to the corner of the bottom of my product. Like, it has it's for normal to oily skin types. That's what it says on the front. And it has glycerin in it. And if you haven't, like, I have this, let me show you. There was a guy that works out and he has like beautiful skin on Instagram, and he made his own little concoction of like glycerin, like pure glycerin, and he put it in a spray bottle. He has some other stuff in there that I can't remember, but I just use this and I put it on my hair. I put it sometimes on my skin, and it's super thick. Like, just put like a couple of dabs, and once you start to kind of massage it in, you notice that it gets kind of sticky, and then it doesn't really move. So I bought this a long time ago, so even though it's like almost gone, I rarely use it. But this has the glycerin in it, and once you put it on your skin, it's like, it's pretty tough. Like, I'm almost out. I really need to go and get some more. What I do is just using what's already, like, the excess water that I didn't wash off on my face. I'm starting to do that now. Like, when I get out the shower, I don't pat or dry off as much. I put my towel on and I just kind of just, you know, do my skincare or my lotion while I still have the water wet on my skin. This really works. It's really good. It's just something that I replaced. I can't remember the last facial wash I had reviewed for you guys that I said I was using, but like I said, I always change them up. I don't know why, but now that I've got this, I think I might just replace this because it's really been working for me and I like it. Okay, just finished washing my face. I do like this because it actually locks. I feel like it's scrubbing. Like, once you add more water, it foams up, but then it doesn't strip any moisture or anything away from your face. So I do like this a lot. Like I said, I think I'm gonna stick with this for a little bit before I come back to you guys with a different face wash. The second product I like to use, I just started using it. It's very new. It's at Sephora. It's an essence. I've been so excited because when I always heard of an essence, I always heard of the brand SK2, and they have this essence, and that's the only essence I had ever heard of. I think it's like a Korean type of step. A lot of people don't do it really here unless they are just big into skincare. I've always wanted to try essence. The only essence I heard of was the one by SK2. They have a new one though, so I'm gonna get to that in a minute. They always have this essence. I'm gonna picture right here, boom. And it's always like $100 or something. And so I've always wanted to try it because I've always heard good things about Essence, but never knew or never even looked up other types of essence to see if they're like less expensive. I was at Sephora on just like looking to see what they had new, and then the lady helped me and she was like, we just got this in, like it's not even marketed yet. I hate that I upload my videos so late because sometimes I'll try things out and it hadn't even really been in the store yet. And I think it's in the store now. I think they have their marketing like on Twitter and social media for it. But it's by the brand Philosophy, and it's called Purity Made Simple Essence. It was $20 something. I'll put the price right here. But basically what it does is you put this on your face before you go on with your other skincare, and it's supposed to lock it in. It's supposed to make it stay on your face longer. It's just like an extra step of like that moisture to just let everything absorb on your face better. You can do this two ways. I particularly like to use a cotton round. So I'll do like how I like to do it on one side, and the other way I was told you could do it. But and this also has coconut in it, which is really good. I feel like this summer coconut is about to make another huge wave, just like that exfoliator that I had reviewed a long time ago with St. Ives, and it was like an oil exfoliator with coconut. What I like to do is just put a couple of drops on a cotton round and just kind of put it on my face, and then I also take it on my neck like this. Using it this way, I feel like some of the cotton round is absorbing the product, so you're kind of wasting it by putting it on something. So you kind of have to deal with that. But then the other way I've been seeing people use essence is by putting it straight on their hand, rubbing it together, and pressing it into the skin. But then right here, I feel like you just got so much access on your face too. And then like when you put other products on it, it just makes this like foamy, soapy, like not really blending, if you will, type of consistency when you just keep putting other things on your face. So I kind of go back and forth between doing both. I essentially like this the best. You know, I just make this face like, ugh, like I'm wasting my product, but it is what it is because it makes it more of a smoother, more flatter, I guess, application when I put my other things on top of the essence. You can use it like morning and night, but I just kind of use it at nighttime because that's when I do more nighttime skincare than I do the daytime, just because I feel like it's gonna absorb and stay on my face longer. I say that to say is that I haven't used too much. I just got it recently, and yeah, you can kind of see how much I've used. I haven't used that much. I'm just gonna put on a little bit more because I love how this feels. Make sure I just got my whole entire face. So yeah, I just kind of like press and move, press and move. The next thing I do, I take this Ultra Facial Toner by Kiehl's, another great product that I got when I bought the face wash, and it's for all skin types. This one, it helps with my hyperpigmentation a lot. It helps with evening the skin tone. And I bought this, it's summer or it's spring now, but I bought this in the winter. And I always feel like my skin is either combination or oily. And I went and to Kiehl's, they gave me this skin test and they were like, your skin is dry. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. Like, I feel like in the winter time it's dry. I feel like most of the time it's very oily. And even when I go to my esthetician and I'm just like oily, like I can see it. I don't know. Maybe I washed my face that day and I just didn't have anything on my face, but he gave me a skin test. He said it was dry, so this actually helps hydrate your skin as well, along with a lot of other benefits. I also put this on a cotton round. I do need to refill it and buy a new one because I'm pretty much empty, but I'm still getting some. And it's like, I like this because most toners are very thin. This one kind of is a little bit thicker, and it works really good. I like it. Tell me, you guys, in the comments below, what is the worst area, or what's the worst part on your face that you get acne? For me, it's this part right here. I cannot stand it. Like all this area, I get a lot of acne. And at first, I used to be on my cell phone. And you know, phones are big, so I used to always do like this and while I'm doing something else. Now, especially ever since I started this channel, I always put everybody on speaker, or I'll use like my wireless headphones, or just like the headset, the earpieces that the earpiece that comes with the iPhone. I always use that, but I never put my phone on my face anymore. Well, now I'm trying to get more diligent with washing my pillowcases, because I feel like I always sleep. So with my skincare, I start off sleeping like this. I always sleep on my back, and then that is just like so not annoying, but it's like uncomfortable. That is not how you're supposed to sleep. I am not Sleeping Beauty, so like I'm not about to stay sleep like this and wake up like that. Eventually I'll just kind of keep it on side, you know, like, so I won't like ruin everything that I put on my face and it just be on my pillow. But I'll sleep like that for a little bit, and then I'll just, you know, eventually go to my side. And sometimes I'll be face down, my covers over my head like that. What is your worst part or area on your face that you get a lot of pimples and acne? So I would love to know that. Now on to the main event, which is the Ordinary brand. This is all the items that I bought from the Ordinary, and I'm going to demonstrate how I use it. So they say on the website to not you can do your own little cocktails. And what that means is like you can, you know, put things together and mix it and then put it on your face. Like if you feel like that's what you need to do, you can either, if you have another product, I keep talking to the monitor. If you have another product that you have and you want to put something added in there, you can definitely do that. But they say they don't want you to mix no more than 3 products at a time. When I first got this, because I do want to make this a review and a demonstration, but I didn't want to like be on here and not knowing what I was doing. And then we both just looking like, what the f? When I was kind of just using everything all at once, eventually things started to like peel off my face, or it wasn't like moving into my face, like gliding on anymore. So I was wondering like, okay, am I using it wrong? Is this something that I shouldn't be using? Because they'll tell you that on the website. They'll tell you if you buy this product, don't use it with this. They just say it's not recommended to use it together, things like that. So I bought a lot of serums. I know the last video I was asking if you all knew of a skincare routine where everything's a serum. The facial wash is a serum, the exfoliator, the toner, the serums, and then the moisturizer. But I realized that serums are serums, so that's just the part of your skincare that is just dedicated to oils and all that type of elixirs type stuff. So what I personally did was look at myself. I looked at my face and I was asking myself, what do you want to change, or what do you want to treat or see different? And I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, as you can see on the side of my face. It's not so bad when I'm far away and I'm looking straight on, but just kind of like marks from either popping pimples in the past, or I really don't know, because I kind of really have been like, I've been doing really good with my skincare. I'm like trying to make this happen for me and just have smooth skin. I got the antioxidants. It's the EUK 134 0.1%. Then I got the alpha lactic acid 5%. It's a concentrated serum to brighten and target signs of aging or signs of age. Then I go into the niacinamide 10%, zinc 1%, and that is to minimize pores and also regulate sebum. And then the last thing, well, as far as the serums I got, is the hyaluronic acid. That's becoming very, very popular. Then I got a vitamin C suspension 30% in silicone. Then I got the natural moisturizer, which is just you know, it says hydrators and oil, so it's just good for hydration. First I start off with is the EUK 134 0.1%. It's not telling me much of what it is and how you use it. Like that's the only downfall, I guess, about this. I mean, it has a lot of information about EUK, but like the general consumer just wants to know kind of like what it is, and it doesn't like show it on this, not on everything, but just on this particular item. Yeah, I don't know. I guess for the ordinary, if you could kind of, you give a lot of information on what EUK 134 is, but it doesn't tell you exactly. Like if I'm reading it, it says EUK 134 is a mimetic of superoxide, dismestal, and colostol.
Can you say magnetic?
Forming an exponentially rare self-regenerating molecule that scavenges superoxide free radicals, eliminates hydroperoxide, and converts, you know, reactive oxygen species into water and oxygen. It's like, I'm okay with that, but then like, you know, before you start with all that, it's just, I really wish you would just give like a general, just like a 1-2 punch of what it is. But I still bought it. I like it. I'm gonna eat berries. I'm gonna probably rebuy that. So it has like a warming sensation. This is kind of what it looks like out the box. And what I do, I might put too much on my face, but I like that because I'm a night owl, so I'll just be like laying down watching TV. But I do one on my forehead. It says like 1 or 2 drops, but I kind of do one on the side where my problem area is. I do one like right above the eye, like what you see that fold, how I have, right on the cheek, and then the same thing on this side, right on the cheek, right on that problem side, and I may take it this far back. And then I put 2 dots on my middle finger and my ring finger. Then I just rub that together. I start on my neck. And then I start to massage it all in. So when I go on my nose, I go up and then I go out, and I use only these 2 fingers because the ring finger is the weakest finger on your hands, and so it's the most gentle because we don't use it often. And then I also just pick the middle finger because it's just like, it just needs to lay there. It just feels better. It's not all this tension in my arm and stuff, so I just use these 2, and I just kind of like rub. I don't go on my, like, underneath my eyes. Shout out to one of my subscribers or somebody who commented. They was just like, please stop rubbing and tugging at your eyes. And so I was just like, yes sir, yes ma'am, whoever said that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. But I just kind of make circular motions on my forehead, and I just go from side to side, and I go down right here, going up on my nose. You want to bring your face up, you want to go upwards, and then I kind of just go on the sides of my nose, but yeah, usually sideways and turn it up. Just make sure I get all of my face. My face is like, it looks narrow from the side, but it's like a big ass face from the front. It looks narrow from the side. It's just a lot of face, and sometimes I would just go right here, not getting that part. So you just want to make sure that you take it. I always go like right here, and I end with my neck again. I start with my neck and I end with my neck. So any of that access, because I put a lot of drops on my face, and then I'm only literally just putting those 2 on my neck, so my neck ain't getting a lot of love. So once I get on my face and I have that access on my fingertips, I go back on my face so that it can be just as moisturized. You want to kind of keep in mind that your neck is like a second face, because when you start getting older, the signs of aging people look at is the size of your eye, like the wrinkles, and then your neck starts to sag, and we don't put a lot of love and care on our neck. We just don't even acknowledge it. That's the first one I do. If you notice how thin the oil is, that's kind of that's what you want to kind of think of too. You want to put all the thin stuff, like when you're doing skincare, all the thin things on first. It's real thin and it's really warm. Like I said, I don't know, but you see how like sheer it is. It shears out really sheer. Doesn't have a scent too much. I'm gonna get into that because one of these things, I move on to the alpha lipoic acid. So right here it tells you what it does. Like I'm gonna show you the difference. Right here it kind of has like a little general statement of like what this is, but this just says EUK 134.0.1, but it don't tell you like what it do. Like it kind of this just says antioxidant support, and then this one has like lackluster skin. It visibly targets lackluster skin and signs of age. So I bought the alpha lipoic acid and 5%. So it's a highly potent antioxidant that can restore and renew skin's appearance, improving visible skin texture and tone when applied topically. The formulation uses an exponentially high 5% concentrate to high purity alpha lipoic acid. Then they have like notes like it's very highly sensitive to sunlight, so you don't want, like, that's why I use a lot of these things at nighttime. nighttime because I don't want my skin to react to it. It even says this application to face is recommended at nighttime only. So you can wear it in the daytime, but just, you know, you wouldn't want to. Again, this is another thin oil or serum. Put it on my skin so y'all can see it. So it just massages in very well, just like the antioxidant one. Again, it has like a kind of like a coffee smell. It's like really weird, but I don't mind it. And again, I do the same thing. I just dot it, forehead, the side, underneath or on my cheek, and then, you know, way in the back. I might have did too many right here, and then two on my middle, one on my middle finger, one on my ring finger. Rub that in, start on my neck. With my oils, before I apply each and every one, I kind of either wait or I need to get a handheld like fan, but I'll just get some fan or whatever, and I just kind of like to let my oils dry up or like let them work on its own before I apply another one. Just kind of sometimes in the past with products not being as good as they are now, to me, when you just put too much stuff on your face, it kind of can clog a pore and you start to break out because you just put too much stuff on too early or too much at all at one time. So I kind of don't want to also go to sleep with such a wet ass face. So I just kind of like in between each step, I just like to fan my face so it can go and work in before I put the other one on. The next oil I have is the Niacinamide, and that's the one I've heard really good things about Niacinamide. And this is a high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. So it's to regulate sebum. Let me just tell you guys what sebum is. So sebum is a sebaceous gland secretes an oily substance called sebum, and too much sebum can contribute to several problems including acne, oily skin, and oily scalp. Sebum can also become trapped inside glands, causing it to swell and form a bump under the skin. So, you know, a couple of videos, if you watch all my videos, I hope you're watching, liking, and subscribing. But how I always say, like, I have a bump on my face, and then I tried to pop it, but I couldn't pop it because it wasn't ready yet. Things like that. Like, that's serum. It's like too much oil trapped underneath my skin and it's trying to come up, and it may become acne. Or when, you know, if you're eating too many greasy foods, I think, this is just me talking right now, but I think if you have too many greasy foods and things that just like, it's so oily for you, it becomes, you know, it creates these glands, these sebaceous glands, and then it becomes a, you know, sebum or whatever, things like that. So this is niacinamide, and what it does is regulate sebum, and it also minimizes pores. So niacinamide is a vitamin B3, is indicated to reduce the appearance of skin blemishes and congestion. One drop on the entire face. For 2 to 3 times per week. They say to apply this in the to the face in the morning and in the evening before heavier creams. This one is more of a thicker oil. It's not as, you know, movable as the other one. Instead of like making like drops, I kind of make like these long like lines, and the drops I do, I kind of put it on the hyperpigmentation parts of my face. So I really like to focus this one on the problem areas more, like any blemishes and where you would normally get pores, which are normally, most people get pores on their cheeks. So I really try to target this right here. I give a lot of more attention to my cheeks when I get to that part, and then anywhere you have like bumps or anything like that is where you want to kind of do that. So I don't really typically go on my nose with this one, just more of the outside of my face and always on my neck. This one's pretty good. It doesn't clash with anything that I bought. It doesn't say it's clashing with anything else that you used to buy on this website. So again, that's how you just apply that and let it do its thing. At this point, I feel like, you know, that was 3 right there, but I don't know. I do tend to, like, if I'm going to sleep, I just want to put on everything. I know skincare could be really like a hassle for people. They do kind of want just one thing. So if you just want to, you know, add this one thing to your regimen of like washing your face and then putting this on, like, you know, you'll be good, and just put your moisturizer or whatever on afterwards. Okay, and then the last thing is my hyaluronic acid. That's becoming very, very popular. It wasn't a big thing that I had known about, but from what I've gathered, it has like these molecules that hold like very tight. Like you can put it on top of makeup, you can put it and mix it with like moisturizer, but it just it like sticks to your face, and it makes the moisturizer like work better. You can use it as its own moisturizer, but it's a hydrator. It like helps with hydration. It repairs your skin. So I definitely wanted to use that, not because of what it did. Well, yes, because I heard what it did, but then I was just like, I gotta give me some hyaluronic acid. I've been hearing other YouTubers talk about it. I go to my local like Walmart. I've been seeing it on the shelves for like Revlon and all those type of companies. At first, when I got the kit, I was just putting it on like everything else, but when I saw that you can blend it with other things, I started kind of using it differently. I started mixing it with my moisturizer. This is again another thicker. You see, I don't know if y'all saw that, but like you see how thick it is and how it makes that like very, like it holds. Now, like when you get to this part, this is where like the oils, it starts to like flake up. It's, you know, depending on what else you're putting on your face, you kind of have to be careful with applying this or whatever you apply after it. This one smells. It honestly smells to me like fungi, like some type of like plant life growing outside. It does not attract a very good smell to me. All the other ones, they had subtle to no smell, and this one was just like, ugh, I do not want this on my face, but I'm gonna put it on there anyways. God, what was that? So I just kind of do the same thing. I kind of like drag this one as well. I slather it on my face, and then again, fingers, and just go to work. So that's for all the serums are concerned. That's what I bought. Again, they have marula oil, virgin marula oil for your hair. They have like so much stuff. I bought this makeup for my sister that really works. It's full coverage. They also have one with a serum that's based in it, so it's like medium to full depending on how much you build it up. Like all their stuff is like super concentrated. It's super affordable, like super affordable, and also it's free shipping. If you go to this YouTuber, his name is James Walsh. He has like broken down, like every video is like really perfect of his. I hope to do a video with him. Hey, shout out to you, James. He does like a really good breakdown of sebum and niacinamide. I'm trying to get to a part where I can like really thoroughly give you a review on these skincare. So you just won't be buying stuff and maybe it may work, it may not work. But again, like I said, they have a lot of stuff on their website that you can just kind of go on. One thing that I did want to try, but then I mentioned James Walsh. He said that it didn't do anything for his skin. Was this? It was the AHA 30% and BHA 2% peeling solution. He said that that was one of the things that was in my kit and I removed it. I hate when my memory card gets full and I'm like literally at the last minute of this video. But boom, we back. Memory card problems. But I was saying that another YouTuber was saying that the AHA 30% BHA 2% peeling solution, he said that it didn't work for him. Sometimes you can't always go off of what other people say. You kind of just want to try it for yourself. It's only $7, so I still may try it. So I'm gonna put on here what I use in the morning time, what I use in the nighttime, and as far as that goes, that is my regimen of how I use them. I don't use everything. I do use pretty much everything at night, so that list is pretty much everything I showed you. And then I don't use everything in the morning, however, because it's just not recommended. And then also it kind of irritates your skin while you're out. 2 more products and then I swear I'm done. I have the vitamin C box here. This is the one I had at first. I think I bought this, I can't remember. I think I did buy it on Ordinary. But it's suspension 23 plus 8 HA spheres 2%, some shit like that. But this one, it was good, but it just burned so much. This one does not burn, and they only recommend for you to use it. So it looks the same. New one, old one. So basically, you take a little bit. After you use all your oils and serums, that's when you want to go with creams. Sometimes I do not do this step because it makes my skin like, once I have all my oils on and my face is kind of like wet and I dry it off with my fan, I don't want to put anything on top of that. I still kind of just want to lay there with everything, let it work and sit and do all that. So I don't know how often I may use this, also because it peels up too. So once I start to massage it in, like, it doesn't feel good. Like, it's not really working into my skin. It kind of just like kind of blends, but then for the most part it just sits on top of the skin and it starts to peel eventually. I don't know if y'all can see these like little balls. It's flaky, that's the word. But you can kind of see like right here, it just kind of like rubs and makes these little balls just because you're rolling it like that. So I really don't like that feeling. Even though this one burned, I feel like it gave me more of a benefit. Outside of irritating my skin, I felt like I would put it on like certain parts like of my hyperpigmentation and just blot it in, and it still kind of gave more of an oily feeling. But this, I particularly don't like how it feels on my skin. That one I probably won't use too much. I did kind of like this one a little bit better. And then I use this one at night too. I never used this in the daytime. But so basically review time, I would go with the super suspension 23% plus HA. That one, the old one. I wouldn't go with this 30 in silicone, and I think it's like the silicone thing that's really making it feel some type of way, or it's changing the texture of it. The moisturizer, this is another one that James said that he didn't really care for, didn't do anything, and I kind of agree. It's like a weird consistency. You see how it just kind of like sits there? It's a very weird texture, and so and it's hard to like blend out on your face. The scent is really nice. It really doesn't have a scent. I can definitely see myself grabbing other moisturizers that I have. This one is just, it's just a weird texture is all. Like, he said he didn't like it and it pretty much just sat on his face, but okay. But yeah, this it does, blend out, and it does, go into the skin. You just have to work it a little bit more, to be honest. I have my Kiehl's moisturizer, and it kind of keeps and locks in a lot of moisture, and it has sunscreen built in it, in the moisturizer. But to me, the way it blends out, it's just how it comes out. So I can kind of understand that part. Like, I don't really like the heaviness of it, and I'm so used to like more of a cream consistency where it just lays flat. So I can see that, but it does blend out. But also, I feel like the moisture doesn't last long. I can see myself applying more or just getting something else because this kind of just faded out over, you know, just not even over time. Like I can kind of feel my skin being dry now, and I just put that on. So I'm with him with that. I've tried to mix in my hyaluronic acid with this, and it kind of just did the same thing. Lastly, I got this mineral sunscreen UV filter SPF 15 with antioxidants. I was super excited when I bought it, and then I was super upset when I used it. I put all my serums on my face. I'm feeling good, and I put this on. Let me show you what it does when you have some melanin like myself. It just sits on your face and it turns purple. Like, so then I'm trying to blend this in, and it just dries up just like this. Y'all can clearly see it's purple. It gave me flashbacks of that Cicapair beige cream that turned like my face all these crazy colors. Mostly people who have a fairer tone use sunscreen, but I've been using sunscreen like my whole life because I've always ran track and did sports outside, and a lot of other people didn't use it, but I did. And for the most part, they're just very greasy. They're oily, just like a white cream, and then you just, you know, I just kind of do whatever, and I don't really think no other way about it. And then I started seeing this video. I saw this video, and this girl said, you don't want a sunscreen that's going to turn you purple. And so I was like, I've never had a sunscreen to turn me purple. Like, yeah, greasy. It may not be like for, you know, black skin or whatever, but as long as it's a barrier between me and the sun and it's just not burning my skin, then I'm cool with wearing it. And so I bought this just to kind of be different and buy something different, and you know, and then it does this. Like, I kid you not, it's probably dry now, but don't wear this. I don't know. It has other sunscreens, but this one, if you are my skin color or darker, you definitely gonna have this kind of purple cast, and it's not gonna go anywhere. You pretty much just have to wipe everything off, and you know, you don't want to waste your money and waste your products wiping it off just to get this off. These were kind of like my, you know, these are definitely no's, but this was kind of like maybe, you know, whatever. This was a no for me, and the vitamin C was a no for me, but well, the vitamin C in silicone was a no for me. But other than that, I enjoyed this brand. I enjoyed the products. I like how affordable they are. I'm definitely going to get some other things on here. So I thank you guys for looking at this video, and if you've tried anything on their site, please let me know. Drop in the comments. I want to see what you've tried and what you liked and what you did not like. I also want to know about some of the, again, the areas on your face where acne comes and what you're trying to treat. So again, my final thoughts on this website is, or on these products, just kind of sit down, evaluate what you are having as far as like what are the problems that you have on your face, then kind of write them down, or just, you know, keep them in your mind, so when you're looking at each and every tab and every medicine of what they offer, what you want to correct, if it actually is targeting that you're trying to treat. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like this video, share it, and I'll come back with you with another video. Bye.